أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على محمد وآله الطاهرين. Dear sisters and brothers in Iman, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. One important lesson we have learned from coronavirus is the truly vulnerable state of human life. People have diverse views about many important concepts. Some believe in God while others don't. Some accept Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as God's messenger and the Quran as divine revelation, while others don't do that. However, when it comes to death, no one denies this reality. In Islamic terms, death is described as al-yaqeen, which means certainty. Despite being inescapable, it remains a mystery. How will a person die? Where? At what age? And in what state? God has blessed us with wisdom and intelligence to reasonably exploit nature for our benefit. The Quran uses the term sakhara to make something subservient and says that God has made the sun and moon, the day and night, the heaven and earth, the rivers and seas, all subservient to human beings. Taskhir, subservience, means either it was made for the benefit of human beings or it is in control of human beings. We use water, wind, and the sun to generate power. We can connect with mankind around the globe in an instant, and we have mastered the technology to travel through space. These are all examples of taskhir. From time to time, when humans advance in this way, their wealth and health increases. They become powerful. With that, arrogance creeps in, and the human being starts thinking he is all powerful. He becomes ungrateful and denies the power of the Almighty. It seems that God then allows a major calamity to occur in order to remind human beings of their humility. Look at COVID-19, a virus invisible to naked eyes. It's 125 nanometers in diameter. 1 nanometer is 1 billionth of a meter. Yet it has killed thousands and upset world order. Two important lessons that we can learn from coronavirus. The first lesson is that of humility, and to acknowledge the supreme power of Almighty God and to submit to Him with humility. Mansur al-Dawaniqi, an early Abbasi Khalifa, insisted that Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq alayhi salam should come to visit him. Finally, when the Imam met him, during the meeting a fly would come and sit on the nose of Mansur. And whenever he tried to push it away, it would fly in a circle and visit him again. Out of frustration, Mansur turned to the Imam and he asked, Ya Aba Abdullah, lima khalaq Allahu al-dhubab? Why did Allah create the fly? And Imam alayhi salam responded by saying, لِيُضِرَّ بِهِ الْجَبَابِرَ, so that he may humiliate the tyrants. So sometimes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can use a very simple insect or a fly to humiliate a powerful ruler and tyrant. At this point, I must remark on comments made by some speakers during early days of this pandemic. It seems that they had a direct line to God and His insight, claiming that He has sent coronavirus down on specific nations and groups as a punishment for their hostility towards Muslims. Statements such as these are unwise, as they can misguide understanding of God's direct actions versus nature's actions. It also creates contradiction, tainting the image of Muslim scholarship. According to them, coronavirus is supposedly a retaliation against anti-Muslim groups. But this coronavirus later on kills thousands of Muslims as well. The second lesson is to remind ourselves of the certainty of death, which can arrive at any age or location, in any form and in whatever state we would be in. When the time comes, there is no postponement or delay. Look at the example of Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam, who was blessed with power and glory. When the angel of death came, he wanted time to sit down or lie down. There are two different versions, but his request wasn't fulfilled. Let me end with an advice of Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali bin Abi Talib والسلام, in sermon number 182 of Nahj al-Balagha, where he says, I advise you, O the servants of Allah, to exercise righteousness towards Allah, who gave you good clothing and bestowed an abundance of sustenance on you. If there was anyone who could secure a ladder to an everlasting life or a way to avoid death, then that would have been Sulaiman bin Dawood alayhi salam, who was given control over the domain of the jinn and men, along with prophethood and great position. But when he reached to the end of his provision of this world and completed his fixed time, the bow of destruction shot him with the arrow of death. His houses became vacant and his habitations became empty. Another group of people inherited them. Certainly, the bygone centuries have a lesson for you. So let us put the priorities of life in proper order and always remember that this world is for building the hereafter. Before we end, please note that this video series will now move from twice a week to once a week on Fridays, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep you under His mercy and protection. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.